Welcome to Hope Happenings. This show is made possible by Channel 3 and the Hope Center.
Last month was Hope Month, and the Hope Center hosted many exciting events.
Our Bikers for Babies ride was May 2nd. We also hosted a Save a Baby bottle drive from 10 to 2. It was a beautiful day, and we want to thank everyone for supporting the Hope Center. Our volunteers, staff, and board members helped us to collect over $800 on the corner of 6th Street and 6th and Grand.
May 4th, both Pizza King locations participated in our Dining for Dollars event. Pizza King presented Hope with a $700 check for our Parenting with Hope programs. Thank you, Connorsville, for your support.
Our Wash for Life car wash on May 16th was a huge success despite the rain. And here is Marla presenting the trophy to the winning youth group.
Alright, so we're here today. We're going to present the trophy to Baptist Temple Youth. They collected the most money from the car wash and washed the most cars. So give yourself a hand. They are the winners for the second year in a row, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys. Now, how do you guys feel that you washed the most cars and you made the most money? Did you have some awesome signs?
Yeah, I feel like we had some really good advertisement. We had great helpers who were outside, getting people in, shaking the towels and stuff. So yeah, I feel like we had really good advertisement and just a lot of support from the community.
Great. Well, we're so proud of you guys. Thank you to all the youth groups that participated. And we just want to say again, thank you to Baptist Temple Youth.
May 16th was our open house silent auction. We are so thankful for all of the donations we received from area merchants. We also want to thank Lieutenant Chris Scott and his K-9 partner Diesel for their demonstration at our open house. Also, thank you to Fran Schomel for reading the proclamation during the Gathering of Hope open house.
Thank you to Sweet Escape and Bowman's Bakery for their sweet treats. Also, thank you to Stacy at Reedman's for the beautiful hanging basket. May 17th was Hope Day at Big Boy's Pizza. It was also National Lemonade Day for our area. Sydney, a local 4th grader, hosted her lemonade stand at Big Boy's. Sydney, in her words, wanted to grow her American Girl doll family and wants to help others grow their family by supporting the Hope Center. Sydney donated 30% of her sales to the center, which was $24. Because of Sydney's generosity, Big Boys decided to donate 15% of their sales. Thank you, Sydney and Big Boys.
Coming up, Tracy Beaver will join us and she will share her perspective about Hope and how she became a board member.
The Hope Center is in need of volunteers. Some areas of need are housekeeping, volunteer nurses, advocates, and Cradles Child Care. If there's a particular area of the center that touches your heart, that's where you could donate your time, talent, and treasure. If you are interested in volunteering at the center, please call 825-1244 or visit our website at hopecenterconnorsville.com and click on Get Involved.
Hey Tracy, thanks for joining us today. You and I have been friends for a long time, and I know bits and pieces of your story, but I wanted you to share today maybe your perspective on Hope and how you became a volunteer and then a board member.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me. I feel privileged to be here and wanted to share, I guess, the beginnings with Hope about 10 years ago. Lynn Masters came and shared during Sanctity of Life Month at our church, and after hearing her speak, I just knew that I wanted to be a part of the Hope Center. So I spoke with her afterwards and decided to, at that time it worked for my schedule, to start volunteering. So I became a volunteer and worked Thursdays and just answered the phone, did the job of receptionist, and really got to know really what the heart of the Hope Center was all about. Got to see a lot of hurting families and people come in, and just really got, I guess you'd say, my heartstrings really pulled and towards that direction of what the Hope Center is all about. Then forward a little bit, I had to leave doing that because I took a job with our church, working in the ministry with childcare. It was originally started by Karen Leach and was the God's Little Blessings daycare. And my children had gone to Calvary Academy, so I was there with them in preschool. And Karen, one of my daughters, go spend some time at God's Little Blessings, and then so I was familiar with that ministry, and ended up being assistant director with Karen. And then worked there, becoming the director. The last few years I served there until I decided it was time to leave, and left that position it was like November of 2012. So then Sanctity of Life came up again in January at church. This time Michelle Kelly comes to share. And when she shared, it was like a whole new place the Hope Center had moved to. It was all changed up. It seemed like, wow, their vision had expanded to a desire for medical and childcare, and with the Cradles program, and there was just so much talked about. And again, afterwards, the service, I spoke with Holly Dunn a little bit about it, and as Holly and I were speaking, and she kind of got some vibes from me, and in my excitement, she said, "You need to talk to Michelle. You should be a potential board member. They're looking for some board members." So I was a little hesitant because I had just had got off the bandwagon of working, and so I thought, this sounds like a little bit of work.
Right.
But of course, Michelle just, it's little, it's not like working a full-time job, but it was definitely a ministry to be a part of. She and I talked, and we connected, and saw that my experience in the child care, and the desire for where Hope was going with Cradles, connected a dot for us. And so I did become a board member then in March of 2013, and then have been serving on the board, became a secretary, and just loving everything about the Hope Center, and really getting into the nuts and bolts of what it really is really just opened up my heart's desire in different ways that I never knew that I even had, just for our community. I really didn't have a real strong heart's desire for what's going on in our community, is a better way of saying that, until you really get into the Hope Center. And it's like I realized the magnitude of the needs here. It's not just about child care, it's not just about the medical program, it's not about the boutique and the parenting with Hope for going out and having that connection with the high school. It's about so many things that are about helping and strengthening our community.
Right.
So I guess to sum it all up too, because we talked a little bit before we got on here, I was also because of the position of secretary, and because of you coming on as development director, and then working with Marla as a director, we sat down after going to some workshops and recognized that the Hope Center had changed, and that who we said we were in our documents weren't necessarily who we were anymore, that we had grown. And so the vision statement is really what I feel like is the essence of the heart of what the Hope Center is here for. And personally, I connected with that. And if you want me to, I'll just read it off paper. Okay. The vision statement is: the Hope Center is a culture where lives are transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ, and whole families make life-affirming decisions, thereby strengthening our homes, churches, and community. So I think that just says it. That's really what the Hope Center is all about.
That's right.
And personally, the element of Jesus Christ and the gospel being the most important for the real change that we want to happen.
Right. And so then, as you know, when the clients come in and they sit with their client advocate or their mentor, all the mentors are very comfortable with praying with the clients if they're accepting of it. And so that's really who we are.
Yes.
We are a ministry. We're here to be supportive, but we want to lead them to Jesus when they're accepting of it. We don't push it on them,
Right.
but when they're accepting of it, we're here for that.
Yes, I actually also had the privilege of being an advocate one day here too, and so I got to see what that was all about, and that was such a blessing to sit with a young woman who had already experienced 2 pregnancies previously and had utilized the Hope Center and all of the benefits here, and then, you know, had come in that day just for some support and some moral support, and needed to know how to handle disciplining with her 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And so it just felt like perfect timing again. God had me right in that position, because that really was everything I loved about being a part of God's Little Blessings, was being with those preschool and children and helping them know how to work through disciplinary actions and things. And and then get to pray with her. Yeah, it was such a blessing. It's what that really is all about. You get to see it. It really is. It makes it color for you. So.
Right. And so you had mentioned being the director at God's Little Blessings. I kind of feel like God was preparing you with the knowledge that you gained from being there for our Cradles Child Care program here. And
Yes.
so, you know, Cradles came about this past fall, and we're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30. And we take 2 weeks old to 3 years. And the reason we take 2-week-old babies is because we don't want moms to stay out of school longer than they have to. And so at 2 weeks, mom may be tired, but mom needs to go back to school.
Right.
And so we're here for support in that way. And, you know, the workers are very patient, and they love those kids as if they were their own.
Right.
And, you know, we have several great child care facilities here in town, but the purpose of Cradles is to keep those student parents in school and make it affordable to them. You
Right.
know, and so the first week of child care is free. So that's very affordable. Free is always in the budget.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the main thing, like you said, I feel like just going back to this mission statement, vision statements again, is about the understanding of helping our community really change. Then we have to be a part of teaching and mentoring and talking with parents and helping them understand they can stay in school, and that we'll support them in that, and that we'll be there to help them know how to cook or just simple things that so many people we take for granted, and we don't really realize there are so many people that haven't had a mother or a grandmother or an aunt or an older sister. Or on the other side, young men too. We have young men who want to be dads and who want to stay in school too. And maybe they've been put in a precarious position where they need to maybe be home to help with a child. And because of Cradles, they are able to stay in school too.
Absolutely.
And so it's really for, like as it says, it's for the whole family. And that really is what we want to be communicated, so that people in our community really understand who we really are, and that the essence of it is really about the whole family. So.
And so I kind of like how God orchestrated this from start to finish, because you can see how your heart was moved from the speakers that came to Calvary for
Yes.
Sanctity of Life. That seed was planted. And then becoming a volunteer,
Right.
you got to see that side of it. Becoming a mentor, you got
Right.
to see that aspect of it. Your girls working in Cradles, you got to see that aspect
Yes,
of it. And
right.
then your child care background. So it kind of seems like God's been priming and prepping you to be a board member
Yes.
for quite a while.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about the secretary part,
Right.
but I'm sorry.
Well, you just keep praying
I'm
about
doing
that.
the secretary part because it is a job that needs to be done.
Right.
But I love everything that's been going on with the Hope Center. I feel like we are moving in a direction to really bring about change in our community. We're not just talking about it. One of the things I remember hearing when I first came on the board from our one of our board members, which I got to know so many, and they're all, I just see how God did orchestrate everything and how things have moved. He would say, it seems like we've been talking about these things for a long time, but we haven't moved. And then to see it all get moved, and as fast as it moved, was pretty amazing. And that was all just God, His hand. all over everything. And so just putting people in places where they needed to be, and also support, like from so many people, personal donators, and also our corporate sponsors, and the grants, just how the money came in that was needed to really do the things that needed to be done in order for us to really be here. So it's just amazing. I feel like you just stand back and look at it all, and it's like, this is so God. It really has been God. So we can just thank Him for what He's really doing.
Right.
And it's really what we need right now in our town. So it's just, He's doing the work, and we are the laborers. And so I also would like to say, besides Cradles, because I know Cradles is right now opened up opportunity for children to come. They have openings right now. Also, board members.
Right.
We need board members.
Right. Right.
So there may be someone watching that really has a heart, like I did, that your strings are just getting pulled, and you feel like I might have some time. I might have something right now that we need. Like that timing was perfect for me, but it's a 3-year term, and my 3 years is coming up in the spring, and it's always a prayerful consideration whether you consider staying or going, and just feeling like there are still some seats to be filled, and there are people that are probably going to see this program that are going to feel it.
Right.
And they're going to be the ones that we need to see. So.
Right. And our board members are so diverse. I really appreciate all the different backgrounds. We have bankers, we have pastors, we have private business owners, we have stay-at-home moms. We just have the whole realm of possibility. And they all bring something unique to the board. They bring different perspectives, they bring different knowledge. And so there is a process to go through. There's an application and an interview process, but it's nothing too intimidating, right? You've been through it.
Yes, that's so true. And we do have, I was just thinking in particular, because of our growth into the medical area, that could be someone who may have a knowledge of medical, background of some kind, that we really could use that. Or it's only God knows. I mean, He knows what we really need and where we're going, because where we are isn't where we're staying.
Right.
We're continuing to move. And so it really has to do with timing and just a heart, a person who really has a heart to serve, because it is more than just it's not just, I'll say that, a monthly meeting.
Right.
We are a working board, and we desire to have our sleeves rolled up and very much be a part of the work of the ministry. And so that might be it. If you're someone who loves ministry, well, this is all about that.
Right.
So definitely have opportunity to serve here in many areas, whether it be medical or the child care, the boutique, counseling, just answering phones, stuffing envelopes, cleaning. It's an amazing building. It's huge. We'd love to have people come and just see it.
Right.
Come and see the building and see what the programs are about, and ask your leadership and your pastors, churches. That's another thing. You and I have kind of been doing a new thing, trying to get out in the community and touch base with some pastors. I feel like we really do need the support of our churches. We have very few in comparison percentage to the number of churches we have in our town. We are a non-denominational. We are not about promoting. We are about promoting Jesus Christ.
Right.
And so you notice I didn't even say my church name earlier on purpose, because we're not about that. And so very much we want to reach out to our community of believers. Really the essence of what Jesus said for us to do was to be about presenting the gospel to our Jerusalem and Judea and other parts of the world. And it seems that we have forgotten where our Jerusalem is right where we live.
Right.
And we put a lot of, I'm not saying we shouldn't, into other things, but to consider as our home churches, what are we doing about our Jerusalem? And this is a perfect ministry to be a part of. And so if you maybe consider, what we were looking for was people who consider being ambassadors in your church.
Right.
Maybe you'd be willing to represent or be a representative just to speak on behalf of Hope Center, keeping up to date with what's going on at the center. When things come up, you're the one that can help communicate through putting a flyer in a bulletin or through just sharing at a ladies group or a men's group. Being there to support, going to Pizza King or, Big Boys, being the one to get the group together, go out and eat, support Hope. It's simple to be an ambassador. That's really not a hard thing. If we just had people willing to do that in our community, it would make a change, a big change.
Absolutely.
Really quick.
And, just being a partner doesn't necessarily always mean it requires money.
That's
Those
true.
Life Church ambassadors or just being that coordinator. Busters is June 15th. So rally all your friends and come be supportive of the Hope Center. You're going to go out to eat anyway, so you might as well go eat at Buster's that night, and Hope gets a percentage of the sales. And so that's still supporting the cause. Yeah. And
I think that's great.
Being an active board member, you had touched on that. You don't just sit behind the table in the boardroom once a month and take some notes. You and I were collecting money in the streets for the Save a Baby bottle drive.
Right.
Michelle Kelly and Cindy Burnzot were standing in the street. Derek was out there with Marla, and we had so many others and volunteers, and so very much a get in the dirt, get your hands dirty, roll your sleeves up type of board.
That's right.
And so we want to be always replacing board members that are rotating off with new board members that aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, because we're a ministry, and so we all have to get in the dirt sometimes and do the stuff that isn't glamorous, but that's what's required.
So true. And the element of being willing to commit to prayer, that's the other thing. Even, when we went to the church, I was just thinking about asking people just to pray, partner with us in prayer. I believe that God wants us to do that. It shows our humble heart, knowing that we can't do this without Him, and that we want to follow Him and His leadership, because He does know the next step that we need to take. And so, just even I'm hopeful that even today some people just have a heart to start praying about being a part of this ministry, or just for the people who are working in the ministry and for the future, whatever it is, because our community is changing. I'm an optimist, so I don't just see the doom and gloom. I've lived here my entire life. I was born in another county, but I came here at 18 months old, so I don't remember much about it before coming here. And so I have never had a desire, really, to leave my hometown. I love it here. I've got my roots here, and I want to help it to become what I believe it can become. I am not... I just have never been one to focus on what's wrong. I always see what's right and what is here, and the potential. This community really has great potential. I mean, how many towns even have their own Channel 3 TV? I'm thinking that's pretty amazing just to think of that. That's such a blessing, and it's right next door to Hope Center. So we're blessed.
It's a short commute.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, Tracy, I love you, girl. You are very much an optimist, and you do see the bright future ahead, and that's why we're friends, because I'm drawn to that type of personality, and we always appreciate your sunshine spirit you bring in. And so I enjoy standing in the street and getting sunburnt with you and keep me laughing. And so thank you for joining us today, and you bring great insight, and so we appreciate you so much.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me.
The Hope Center is always looking for new partners. If there is a particular area of the center that touches your heart, that's where you should donate your time, talent, and treasure. $25 sponsors an individual through our Healing Hearts Grief Support Program. $45 sponsors an ultrasound scan for a mother. $90 sponsors 1 week of child care for a single mom. $175 sponsors one woman to go through all programs from pregnancy to birth. $500 sponsors our budget for one day. Any gift given could be the catalyst that saves an unborn life. Please call the center at 825-1244 or visit our website at hopecenterconnersville.com and click on Donate. Every month, we want to say thank you to special partners or donors. Thank you to Mike Bell for designing our website. Thank you to Alec Bell for designing All Hopes flyers for our Dining for Dollars events. We also want to thank REMC for their grant to Hope. And a huge thank you to Reed Hospital for their ongoing partnership and generous grant to Hope. This grant will allow us to have a nurse manager to oversee our ultrasound and technology training, and the nurse manager will implement policies and procedures, keep the clinic up to date on regulations, and complete quality assurance checks. Our medical programs are so important because for some, they are the stepping stone into other services offered. Once a positive pregnancy test is confirmed, the individual or family is offered access to our Parenting with Hope programs, our mentors, and Cradles Child Care. This grant will also allow Hope to restock our baby boutique with car seats, strollers, pack and plays, diapers, and formula. The Hope Center is always researching how to make our services more efficient, more accessible, and continue to strive for excellence. Thank you, Reed, for sharing our vision. Thank you to J.C. Penney's, Rent-A-Center, and God's Little Blessings for their generous donation to Hope.
Thank you to Jeff at Walmart for his ongoing partnership and investment to our community. Please join us June 15th for our next Dining for Dollars event at Buster's. Buster's will donate 10% of all the sales from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
If you would like to purchase a Hope shirt, please call the center at 825-1244 or come see us at 531 North Central Avenue above Issues and Answers. We are asking for a $10 donation.
We offer tours of the Hope Center and Cradles Child Care every Wednesday morning from 9 to 11:30 a.m. by appointment. Cradles Child Care is now accepting children 2 weeks to 3 years old. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. With the growth of our Cradles Child Care, we are looking for experienced workers to help in our child care rooms. If you would like to apply, visit our website at hopecenterconnersville.com or call 825-1244.
Thank you for watching Hope Happenings.
Please check out our website at hopecenterconnersville.com. On the website, you will see more about the center, the services that we offer, our baby boutique, Cradles Child Care, upcoming events, and where we're located. And always remember, hope can change everything.